Kasi hindi porket nandyan, hinain, ay required kang kainin. Grabe yung
During your
buhat
law
bangko ni Alvin, no? Gusto nyo mag-survive sa law school, kaibiganin nyo.
Wala sa Indian yan, nasa pana yan.
Hi, I'm Attorney Noel. Hello, I am Attorney JP.
Hello, I'm Marquita Beshi Lay, and welcome to another season of
Welcome to Barbeshies! Ito si Noel!
This is Lay.
Ako si JP.
And we are back! I'm back, guys!
Welcome back!
Congrats!
Oh, nasa
Namiss ko
sa
kayo.
pasalubong namin.
Binigay ko na.
Okay, fine.
Kwento mo nga, saan ka nga ba nang galing?
Galing ako sa, land ng mga Moroccans.
So, sa Morocco.
Northern Africa.
Oh, wait,
yun.
Besh, totoo ba? May visa ba doon ang Filipino? Wala. O, say visa free
Pero,
sa Morocco.
Yeah, pero medyo sunugan ng puwet yung
Kasi,
yung biyahe.
may matagal.
Yeah,
Matagal
airplane
siya.
ride, one day siya, tapos yung bus rides, as in like 70% of the time. Pero it's a beautiful country.
What did you enjoy most?
Sahara, pare.
Maganda
Oy,
talaga.
Barbeshies in Morocco tayo next time.
Wow, no? Barbesis
Baka
in
naman.
May market sa Morocco. Law students worldwide.
Kaya,
Pa natin.
dahil mahilig tayo sa kape, masarap kape nila.
Sa bagay, ang favorite ko ay Moroccan mint tea latte.
There you go,
Oh,
there
see?
you go.
Oh.
So, anong site uli doon? Kasi sabi natin, nandun ka, kumanta ka ng Game of Thrones. Ano uli yung shoot nila doon?
Yung kinuha na ni Khaleesi yung mga unclean. Unclean?
Ay, yung mga
unclean
Astapor, yung
Unsullied.
kay Marine, I
oo.
guess.
Doon una nagsunog si Drogon.
O, kasi sa totoo lang, Besh, di ko na-gets yung video mo. So,
Ulitin nyo na lang,
to?
ulitin nyo na lang.
Okay.
Kayo, kamusta kayo from the two previous episodes? How are you guys?
Actually, I think mas...
Mas nag-enjoy kami nang wala ka. Charot, joke.
Pwede naman ako umalis dito.
Hindi, sa
Grabe,
gitna ka mag
savage.
Joke lang.
Nag-pink ako, tapos wala. Hello.
Hindi, pero di ba nanood kayo? Hindi ako nakasama.
nanonood kami
I
ni
was
Noel
busy.
ng Bar Boys
Yes,
musical.
Bar Boys. Oo.
Oh, tapos dahil wala ka, ang
Sama
sinama
namin si
ay
Malcolm.
Ang honorary guest natin, always, na si Malcolm, na nagulat ako kasi sa bawat scene, umiiyak siya.
Shout out sa'yo, Malcolm.
Shout out sa'yo, Malcolm.
Nakarelate siya sa lahat.
Nakarelate siya sa lahat.
Oo.
Sa lahat, sa 4 characters, pati yan sa prof.
Ang dami niyang dinadala. Di, pero yung bagong production niya, it's worth it talaga.
Oh, yeah.
Tapos, never fails, umiyak din ako eh. Doon sa
Ang dami yun naman umiiyak
Oo. Being men.
Puro fragile pala yung mga natin.
I think it's my duty in life to be with fragile men. To be the strong one in the
Oo.
company of fragile men.
Third time ko na siyang pinanood, biyak pa rin po ako.
And Beshisa, it's still ongoing
Yep.
up to November
23.
23.
Sa
So,
Arete.
mabilis nagkakaubusan ng tickets. So, ang suggestion ko ay kumuha na kayo ng tickets as
Soon as
Ngayon na.
as soon as
Nauna.
possible.
Nauna talaga.
Vlog ko na kayo
Kasi
sa
paubos na.
bit.ly/barboystickets.
And of course, if you want to listen more doon sa aming episode with them, yung episode 1 namin, you can always visit our Spotify, Barbeshies, Spotify natin.
Gumagalaw.
Coster?
And of course, you follow us on our socials, Instagram and Facebook, Barbeshies. Meron din kaming TikTok, bar.beshies. Nag-upload tayo doon ng mga behind the scenes natin. Saka ng mga mini vlog.
Sa susunod, Barbeshies in Morocco.
Oh, yun. Next na.
Basta
Barbeshies.
na tayong
in Morocco.
kakanta ng Game of Thrones.
And again, pwede kayo mag-send ng email sa amin, barbeshies@gmail.com. Kung meron kayong gustong i-share, meron kayong gustong advice from us, bawal lang ang legal advice.
Yep.
Dahil ang legal advice may
Bayad!
So, bawal talaga yan. And, of course, we're really thankful for this season dahil sa ating lifelong learning partner, Rex Education.
And with that, we'd like to punta kayo sa pages ng Rex Education. You can see them, you can visit them at rex.com.ph. On Shopee, Rex Education. On Lazada, Rex Bookstore. Hindi ko rin alam bakit magkaiba. Tinanong ko kanina, hindi rin nila alam ko ba't magkaiba. Pero yon, Shopee, Rex Education, Lazada, Rex Bookstore. Facebook, Rex Education. IG, Official Rex Education. YouTube, Rex Education. And their Rex e-store where you can also buy their books. estore.rex.com.ph.
Hula ako sa Rex Education din.
Dapat ko na ma-memorize. Basta ang different lang ay Lazada.
Oo nga, no?
Oo.
So yun, so galing nga doon 'di ba sa last episode
Yeah,
natin
yeah.
last week, we talked to Dara and Bricks.
Yep.
Yes.
Kung ano yung
Si
naging
Dara na ginawa mong next
PBB.
PBB.
next PBB. Siya naman nagsabi doon
Oh.
na yung experiences nila. And na-realize ko nga na parang nag-iiba na talaga yung study habits ng mga students natin.
Based sa kanilang mga kwento and based natin sa previous episodes na rin natin, di ba? It's ever-changing, di ba? Kamusta ba ang kung naaalala nyo, paano ba kayo nag-aaral nun?
Nagpapaprint ako ng scrum.
Oo, di ba?
As in,
Photocopies,
oo,
ganyan.
photocopy. Oo, kasi diba, nung panahon na yon parang it's such a, parang novelty pa yung you bring your laptop or your gadget to the class. By default, you have your Kodal, your books, and then your cases.
Oo.
So, ang
Tapos,
table nun, sobrang kalat.
First year
Oo.
ka pa lang, lalo na may consti ka, 'di ba? Ganong
Oo.
kataas na kagad yung
Totoo.
cases.
Oo,
Tas,
tapos-
talaga naka-budget 'yon. Iba-budget mo na meron kang pambili ng libro, pambili ng Kodals, tapos pang photocopy sa
And
Blessings.
highlighters, besh.
Oo,
And
tsaka
highlighters.
Then, pati yung other professors kasi nung mga panahon na yun, they also discourage yung pag-use ng laptop kasi pag nagta-type kami ingay, so distracting siya.
Ganun ba ang laptop ng panahon mo?
Oo, matanda na ako eh. 10 years na ako bugalo, di ba? Hello, hello.
Typewriter.
Desktop ba to?
Typewriter.
Makinilya.
Ganun ba yun?
But anyway, guys, dahil na-experience natin siya previously sa
Ah.
ating mga episodes, lalo na yung previous episode with Dara and Bricks, to help us out with the ever-evolving na sphere of studying law, meron tayong mga kasama dito. Nakikita nyo naman yung table natin na hati from beautiful people to medyo beautiful people.
Teka, mali yung side ko.
Wala na, puno na kami dito. Puno na to. Kung jeep to, punuan na.
No, bigat doon, pare. Oh. Bigat doon. Anyway, we have Attorney Gio Bilog, ang founder ng Anycase.ai, si Mr. Alvin Halcon, ang aming second-time guest from the Live Will Keep Us Alive na episode. Yeah. Oo, ang presidente ng Philippine Group of Law Librarians, and especially another special guest student natin, si Isabella Bayani from San Beda. Hello guys, kamusta kayo? Kamusta kayo?
Thanks for having us. Hello.
Yun, no? Talagang pare, pogi nito.
Parang ka na siya shy na.
Oh,
Nag-blush ka ba?
Hindi
O
na.
nakalim ka lang?
Nung nanood tayo ng Bar Boys recently,
Oo.
magkatabi si Jolina at si Roel Santiago.
Oh.
Sabi ko, pogi ni Roel Santiago.
Hindi mo na kay Jolina nag-focus eh.
Tapos more kilala pa ba ng Beshi si Roel Santiago?
Yeah. Oo nga eh. Sorry na.
Sino si Rowell? Kailangan ko si Randy.
Wow. Okay. So just to start this conversation, pag-uusapan natin yung pagkakaiba ng studying habits ngayon ng mga estudyante versus previously. So, attorney, ikaw, paano ka ba nag-aaral nung mga panahon na yon, if you remember?
Yeah, well, first, thanks for having us. It's
No problem. It's our
great
honor.
to see a podcast focused on law students, law school lawyers. It's something it's something to strive for, no? So
Yeah.
I hope you keep doing it, and I hope your audience grows even more. And to your question, whether study habits have changed or how I used to study, ako, very traditional pa ako in such a way that I liked my printed materials. I liked my highlighters, my colors. And I think it's because it goes into the experience of studying. No? For me, very rigid and scary for me yung puro digital. But at the same time, we see a lot of opportunities for students to choose what they like.
Yeah,
diba?
yeah, because of the option. Yeah.
Yes, before you're forced to do with what you can get.
Yep.
Diba? Now you can make a choice. You have a choice. Do you want digital? Do you want iPad? Do you want laptop? Do you want cell phone? You want printed? You want white paper? You want yellow paper? Whatever you want,
Napakadami
you can have it. Diba?
Oo nga, no?
So,
So, Attorney Gio, sa
exciting
dami
siya.
nung sinabi mo, ang tanong ko anong favorite highlighter color mo?
There was a fad before na everybody wanted banana yellow.
Oh, yeah,
diba?
the banana.
They wanted banana yellow.
Yeah.
Pinag-aawayan
Can I
nila
say
yun.
the brand?
But I always wanted the neon yellow one. The one that you
bright
can find in
one.
any store.
Oo.
It's always available.
Yeah.
The neon yellow one.
Oh.
That for me was the
Ako
money
may,
yun, money.
Ako may thing was pastels.
Pastels. Oh.
Medyo bago-bago na yung pastel. Saka pang mga alta yun eh.
Ano yung
Medyo mahal yun
pastel?
eh.
Medyo mahal yun. Yung mga,
Faber-Castell.
Oh, Faber-Castell,
Ah.
na-set siya ng pastel color. So when you look at your codals, it's so aesthetic. Oh.
Kumbaga-
I really, tama talaga so dapat talaga I'm here.
kumbaga kami sa Nasho lang na bumibili ko sa fully book. Gano'n.
Sa Muji yun.
Wow, Muji.
Wow, ang hirap.
Hindi, ikaw,
Isa, di ba? Isa.
Yeah.
Isabel. Isabel.
I would just like to echo what attorney said. Traditional pa rin ako kahit nandito ako sa generation talaga na meron tayong digital na ang dami ng resources. Kasi I was thinking about it kasi I come from a family of lawyers.
Oh.
And pero the age gap is crazy. As in, my tito was, he passed the bar na my mom, the same year my mom was born. So yung cousins ko na lawyers, ka-age na niya rin yung mom ko. So pagka when I look at, syempre direct family kagad yung may isip mo, di ba? Pag lawyers to look up to. So pag naisip ko sila, para akong paano nila nagawa yung pag-study talaga na very traditional. Because I'm thinking, no, it's not just the traditional manner of just reading yung printed materials. Inisip ko kasi yung process, how to get even the material.
Oh, that's true.
yeah,
That's
Diba?
true.
It's also time consuming. I think you have to go to the library. Paano ba kayo magpapaprint pa? Wala pa yatang printers. I'm not sure. But yeah, even that can eat up your time. So yun yung iniisip ko ngayon. Pero for me kasi until now, I'm very traditional. So hindi ako I think I have ADHD. I don't know. Parang hindi ako makafocus pagka iPad ang gamit ko.
Okay.
At all.
Kaya
So,
during nung time din namin, sobrang thankful natin kay Sir Alvin, syempre.
Oo naman.
Kasi yung materials namin, nanggagaling talaga. Ako lalo na. Kasi hindi rin ako palabili ng libro kasi I was a working student. So talagang yung resources were limited. I go to the library tapos kinaibigan ko si Sir Alvin para i-reserve sa akin yung mga libro.
Ikaw yun.
Oo, ako yun.
Kaya naubusan ako ng kodal.
Minsan sinasabi ko nga, ano ba mas mahal? Yung libro o yung hindi ko ibalik yung libro sa isang buong sem? Tapos,
Alvin, no?
may isa atang sem na sana bumili lang ng libro kasi parang 1,000 pesos yung penalty ko.
Meron pala,
Nagre-renew eh.
meron pala akong katabi ditong accomplice.
Hindi, Sir Alvin, ikaw ba, ilang years ka na uli na as law librarian?
Yes. This is actually my 15th.
Wow.
15th year. So,
Yes.
during those 15 years, ano yung nakita mong changes ng mga students natin?
So yun nga, medyo matagal na, no? So actually, nakita ko yon when I was assigned sa College of Law na umpisahan ko na lahat books muna, printed materials. And then, nakita ko yung gradual changes na biglang may nagdadala na ng laptop, tapos mag-o-open sila ng ganyan, tapos ang ingay ng tunog ng Windows.
Baka si Noel yun.
Nung Windows.
Laptop ni
O,
Noel.
kilala niya ako ni Noel.
Joke lang,
Actually, may ganun, tapos magtitingin. Sabay-sabay
Kasi
yun.
yung
yes.
Automatic
Ganun,
pag
oo.
inopen yung laptop na
Oo.
ganyan, tapos yung magtitinginan lahat ng mga nagbabasa sa library sa kanya. So, ayun, tapos dumating na yung
Tumataas na yung kuryente ng library.
dumating na uso yung tablets.
Okay.
Ganyan. Tapos nag-die down yung gamit ng tablets. May yung mga Kindle pa nun, di ba? Nag-die down yung tablets. Tapos yung mga Android phones naging mas powerful. So yun, nadaanan ko yun, nakita ko yung changes.
shift, oo.
Yes, yung shift. Especially during the pandemic.
Oh.
Yan.
So parang yung usage ng gadgets, jump siya talaga after the pandemic. Ganun
Yes.
ba yun?
Yes, definitely.
Oh,
Kasi that's the time na everyone is almost bringing their own laptops. Tapos yung computers ng library, bihira na lang magamit, ganyan. Kasi meron na sa lahat sarili nilang devices.
Okay, sa isa inyong dalawa bilang nagtuturo rin po ba kayo?
No.
Okay, kasi dalawa sila professors.
Yeah.
Ano nakita nyo na shift naman doon sa retention ng information based on the shift ng study habits natin ngayon ng mga estudyante?
Ikaw muna, Besh. Pag-isipan ko muna yung sagot ko.
Hindi sa akin, no? Surprisingly kasi, lahat sila, may dala ng tablets and laptops, no? And you just, as professors, hindi naman din major subject yung tinuturo ko. It's an elective. Hindi ako ganun ka-strict. So, hinahayaan ko lang sila. But at the same time, nagkaroon ako ng realization na some of these students rely sometimes too much on their laptops. Ultimong, pag binigyan mo sila ng option if you want to take your exam na open notes or hindi, at sinabi lang open notes, magre-rely sila sa laptops nila. No? So, mas mahirap din yun kasi kailangan sasabihin mo, you can't use
Open,
any AI.
Yeah.
You can't search the internet. Kailangan lahat kayo naka-airport mode or airplane mode, airport mode.
Airport mode.
Airplane mode.
Airplane mode.
Kaya pa ba natin? Okay ka lang, Besh.
And siguro coming from a generation na tayo is manual, talagang mas tingin ko mas malaki yung nare-retain natin ng information para sa akin kasi pag sinusulat mo. So if you write your own digests, if you make your own reviewers, mas mataas yung retention rate mo.
Okay.
And the way my students were reciting cases and konti lang kasi yung cases na ina-assign ko. Medyo nako-compare ko siya the way we recited the cases before. And I don't know how much of a factor yung paggamit nila ng mga tablet, but I think there is a factor there. Kasi mabilis na siguro silang mag-search ng mga case digest during class. Tayo dati, search pa natin yun. Tapos
Bubuksan mo pa yung phone mo. O-on mo pa yung wifi.
Ngayon, ang bilis eh. So, siguro may effect, pero hindi pa ganun kalaki yung sample size ko to say that there is.
Sa akin, hindi ko masabi kung may effect. But ako, for me, I see the effect of it in my interaction with my students. Kasi I notice now na siguro in a class of 20, siguro mga 15 doon nakabukas sa laptop.
Okay.
Okay. So parang, syempre ako as an educator, I also rely on looking at them to see if, nagigets ba na yung sinasabi ko. And I find it difficult to connect when I'm speaking
And may tablet.
and sila sa laptop
Okay.
nagbabasa ng reviewer or whatever. Minsan iniisip ko na parang, shocks, do I find this rude na parang they'd rather read than listen to me? Am I not? Joke lang. Di ba minsan iniisip ko na parang na-hurt ba ako dito na parang mas gusto nilang nila magbasa ng reviewer nila or whatever material on the laptop than listen to me. But I feel like baka rin there is merit in, I understand that we need to adapt.
Yep.
But I feel like minsan kasi yung value ng class nasa pakikinig mo nakukuha eh. Diba? Kasi kung ganun din naman pala, wag na lang kayo pumasok, magbasa na lang kayo. Diba?
Kasi yung discussion nga
kasi
ng
yung
diba?
discussion kasi it's what enriches the
Definitely.
topic. Yung naririnig mo yung thoughts ng lahat ng tao sa klase. So, parang ako, minsan na-off ako sa ganon. Pero I'm like, whatever floats your boat, sige. Kasi ako I acknowledge also that we all have our different learning styles eh.
So I have a question now for Attorney Gio, no? Kasi si Attorney Gio is the co-founder ng AnyCase.ai. Siguro first you explain what AnyCase AI is. And then second, and I guess the more important question is, how did you come up with this platform and ano sa tingin niyo yung impact niya doon sa mga students natin na mas nagiging digital na throughout the years?
Yeah. Well, actually, it's a very exciting time that we're in now, just because of how things are evolving towards better changes, I suppose, right? AnyCase.ai is an AI-powered legal research platform. And we really started it because we saw an opportunity for lawyers and law students alike in how they do three things, no? How they access information, how they retrieve information, and then how they eventually consume that information. So when we were talking earlier about do you like books, handwritten notes, printed copies, digital copies, that's just mostly the consuming information portion.
Oh, okay.
What we wanted to really solve was how do students access the information and retrieve what they need to study? Because what we realized was if you ask a lawyer to study up on something, the first thing they do is go to Google. Diba? And Google is a very general tool.
Yeah.
It's a search engine. Yes, it's the internet. Yes, it's very useful, but it's a very generalized tool. It's not specialized. It's not made specially for lawyers. And when we wanted to look for something that was specially made specifically for lawyers and their needs, we saw an opportunity to create something that lawyers would really want. So me and my co-founders, Beato Bongko, who's our Chief Technology Officer and our CEO also, he's the one, the brains behind the AI. And Mr. Gio Chongson, who's our Chief Growth Officer, he's the one who drives really the change, the marketing, the users. He talks to all of the users. And of course, me, I'm the lawyer in the group. We put our brains together and really wanted to discuss what would be a dream tool for lawyers. Diba? If you're a lawyer, if you're a practicing lawyer, what do you want to have next to you when you're doing this? And that's really how we came up with the idea of Anycase.ai. It's based on my habits as a lawyer, my habits as a student, and what other lawyers wanted to use in their practice. And from there, it just grew to what it is today, no? And it's such a big opportunity because law students now are interested in it also. So the lawyers of the future are now adopting a tool that's very new to the practice. And I always tell the students naman when they ask me, is it something that we should be using? I say yes, diba? Yes, students should be using it. And law professors should also be using it. Kasi it's going to be in the practice.
Yeah.
Whether we like it or not, technology is going to be there. And our responsibility as the current lawyers and as the welcoming committee to these soon-to-be lawyers is to adopt the technology properly, correctly. Na purpose-driven pa rin tayo. What is the purpose of what we're doing?
Hindi ko alam
diba?
if you've tried it already. Kasi ako ginamit ko siya actually last sem. O kasi 'di ba may courses an elective course. So very limited pa lang yung mga Supreme Court decisions. Yung iba hindi ko alam kung saan ko hahanapin. So a friend suggested na you try Anycase.ai. So kinuha kay free trial nila. And then, para ka talagang may paralegal. No,
for research.
For research siya. You just type, can you pull out all the Supreme Court decision cases on data privacy? And then, nandun na lahat, nakasummarize pa. And then, pwede mo siyang i-pattern doon sa syllabus mo and all of those things. So, it's really useful. No? I see the value in it. I guess, no, kung may challenges lang if students use it, is if they rely on it.
Yeah.
Siguro nandun lang tayo, no?
And also, can you just add, kasi diba right now, when we talk to the lab, for example, diba, medyo of course, we're all for responsible use of AI.
Yep.
Pero kasi, parang, kumbaga, standing up for AI as a possible useful tool is different from really making people believe that it is useful. So how do you kind of shift that impression of the more traditional people that don't believe in AI? Now, this is something that we should try to use kasi it's really helpful na. And it's really, this is how technology is working na hindi tayo pwedeng napag-iiwanan na.
Well, I always use the analogy of a calculator. No, we don't give calculators to grade school students right away.
Yep.
We teach them first to understand the fundamentals of math. What is addition? What is multiplication? What is division? Then you add in the numbers. Then the numbers get bigger, and then you start going to trigonometry, algebra, geometry.
Speaking of
diba?
trigonometry lang yung pinasa
Yes.
ko nung na maayos na hindi ko inulit
Cosine.
Triangles, yeah, cosine,
Cotangent.
Si Noel kasi ang nilalagay lang niya sa calculator niya 8008.
And
Sige, simulan mo
Sige, you're saying.
diba, the cool part about that is because now we have calculators,
Yep.
we can share this level of mathematics to more students.
Yep.
Who normally before you'd need somebody extra gifted in understanding numbers in order to converse with them in this higher level of math. Now calculators can aid us in discussing more mathematical equations, getting to more or deeper equations that will solve bigger things, right? So similar to that, AI tools, you don't give it right away, diba? You don't give it right away to the student and say, okay, up to you how you're going to use it. Of course, there's still very much value in the traditional way of teaching what are the fundamentals of our laws. what is the Constitution? How does that relate to the laws passed by Senate, by Congress? How does that correlate to the Supreme Court, to the Executive Department? All of that still needs to be very much explained to the student, di ba? Para, pag binigay mo na yung tool sa kanila later on, they're using it correctly with those very strong fundamentals in place. And I think it's a very big challenge actually to
Yeah.
teachers. Kasi, how do you do that, diba? How do you still reward students for wanting to find out the purpose or the reason behind the law and wanting to understand those fundamentals? How do you reward that without penalizing the use of technology?
Actually, that's true. Kasi I'm thinking about it now. Kasi my class is mostly freshmen. And you know, when you're a freshman, you're so desperate. You're gonna use whatever is there to your to help you in your study. So really, they still don't have that knowledge na parang they need to understand the fundamentals
Yes.
first before they use whatever tool is out there. So parang hindi ko alam how to do that.
Yeah.
That's difficult. No?
It's tricky, no? But then it's like how I imagine it now. For example, if I'm a law student, I'm lost. If I know that the purpose I'm doing this is to understand the law so that I can take the bar and answer the questions I'm asked there and eventually answer questions from my clients. If I'm asked what's the Constitution, the first thing I'm gonna go to is, let's say, a research tool like EduCase. I'll search what is the Constitution, what's the separation of powers, get definitions of what I need to learn, study and read, right? If I'm a law student that doesn't understand the purpose, what do I do? Okay, recitations tomorrow, I don't need to study. I'll just have the AI tool
Yes.
open. When the professor
Yes.
asks a question,
I will.
I can ask the AI
Yeah.
and then use the answer. So what's the problem? The problem wasn't that the tool was available. The problem was that the student didn't understand why they needed to study or what the purpose of what they were
And I
doing
guess
was.
yun nga yung challenges ngayon, no? For example, kaya ikaw isa, now that you are given all these tools and ang dami ng ways to consume knowledge, no? How do you think you should be able to determine kung ano yung mga pipiliin mong tool, ano yung mga i-consume mo? Kasi ngayon meron na sa YouTube, no? Meron na sa Spotify, may mga nagki-case
Yeah,
Maski sa
right, right.
TikTok, maski sa
Sa
TikTok.
TikTok, mag-ano ka lang. O kaya meron mga study groups on TikTok that students are sharing together as if they are in a coffee shop. No? Ikaw ba, how do you navigate that?
Wait lang, before you answer that, kailangan mo ng free trial. Okay, go. Okay, go.
No, kasi I think my study habits has been established na talaga even before law school. I think I learned about AI nga in general like AI in general. I learned about it early in 2022 I think by my boyfriend, pero yung idea that I have of it is picture generating lang siya. So akala ko yun lang talaga siya. So that's how much na hindi ko talaga alam what AI was until graduating na ako ng college. And I only had 2 weeks gap from graduation to law school. So imagine, wala
Yeah.
talaga ako alam ano yung
Oo.
AI. So yung study ko talaga, parang hindi na din siya nagbago from college or high school even hanggang sa nag-law school ako. Doon na nag-stick. When I learned about AI and then when I saw my blockmates in law school na they're using these tools like Good Notes sa iPad kasi andun na lahat yun eh. Parang you can highlight, diba?
Yeah.
So when I saw that, I tried it out also. Pero parang dun ko talaga unti-unti na realize it really isn't for me.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it's not for me talaga. Kasi what I do when I study, I always write pa eh, sa gilid-gilid ng
Marginal
paper.
Sa
notes.
nag-aannotate
marginal.
ka sa
Yes,
gilid. Yeah.
parate. And when I write, and when I feel my hands working talaga na nag-write, parang doon mas lalo pumapasok yung information. Yeah. So if I use my iPad or digital talaga, it's not working for me. Para lang ako nag-aksaya ng time. So, when I learned about AI, syempre ginamit ko na rin siya, pero I just use it to supplement. Parang,
There you go.
yeah, kunwari, as a first year student, hindi ka pa totally familiar with the legal language, right? So, that's how I used AI actually. Parang, can you explain this in basic language? Yun lang. Just para lang maintindihan ko kung ano ba yung nakasulat dun sa commentary. Yun lang siya.
Here's my question. Kasi trying to recall how it feels like to be a first-year student. Alam mo yung nakatayo ka, tapos you're so desperate for an answer. Otherwise, you'll get embarrassed. Ganyan. What made you not do that? To take a shortcut, for example? Where did you find that discipline na parang, I want to go through the entire rigor of studying from the fundamentals before I use any tools that may help me go through this easier? The question is, saan nakukuha yung ganong klaseng discipline? Is it a mindset that
Yeah.
I'm
Mindset.
going into law school na I'm gonna do this from scratch? Ganon?
Yeah, for me, personally, yes. Ako, I do not, as a kid, ayaw ko na rin talaga yung napapahiya talaga.
Okay.
So, doon na rin nag-start yung foundation talaga na you have to study. Kasi kahit naman hindi ka nasa law school, kahit grade school, I remember na pinapatayo ka na rin eh. So, doon pa lang, ando na yung pumapasok na ayokong mapahiya. Especially kung grade school pa yan. I've gone through the na-experience ko rin talaga yung pinatayo ako ng sobrang tagal. Face the wall pa nga.
Grade school?
Yes. Face
Grabe
the wall.
naman.
Ilan taon ka na? Parang kami lang yata yun ng mga panahon na yun.
Talagang meron pa, may term pa na tawag sa amin ng Civica teacher namin, martial law.
Okay.
Yun yung word. So martial law, pag sinabing martial law naman sa amin, pag lunch time, lahat kaming classmates, sabay-sabay kaming bababa ng canteen. Bawal kayo magkanya-kanya mag-lunch na you go wherever you want to go lang. Tapos sabay-sabay din kayong babalik ng classroom. So
Okay.
you can't stay ganon. So, di
So
ba may mga
basically out of
ganong-
fear lahat.
Yes.
Oo.
Yes.
Na-ingrained.
Oo.
Trauma yan, pare.
Trauma na. Dadalhin mo talaga sa law school at madadagdagan pa.
Madadagdagan sa law school eh.
Hindi, immune na rin nung nasa law school kasi
Medyo
syempre.
mas kumapal na yun.
Oo.
Sir Alvin, ito naman from the perspective of the school as a law librarian, how do you now support students? Do you give them access to these digital platforms, or is it something na tingin nyo kailangan yung i-reinforce yung paggamit pa rin ng mga traditional books? Lalo na, of course, ngayon alam natin na nawala na rin yung mga photocopying, di ba?
Yeah.
Nawala na yung practice of photocopying cases. So yung mga skra doon, siguro, yung iba doon, lalo na yung mga PhilJA, inaalikabok na yun kasi mas mabilis na siyang i-search. Paano nag-a-adapt ang law school?
Pero wait lang, di ba kasi nung nandun pa ako sa school, nag-start na yung CDA siya nung mga panahon na yun eh. Is it still, ganun nga ba? Ganun pa rin? Nag-evolve na ba tayo from there?
Yes, actually, I think during your time,
Oo.
ang CDA siya natin was yung standalone na LAN.
Yes, I remember that.
So lahat yon accessible yun sa lahat ng computer sa library natin, but only in school.
Yeah, okay. Parang intranet lang siya. Parang ganun. Oo.
Yes. But come pandemic, lahat nawala ng access sa resources, sa materials ng library. We also had to evolve. We also had to upgrade our services. Kaya nagkaroon na ng mga online databases like SeedAsia, Iskra, LexisNexis, Westlaw. Yan. So that's the time na we capitalized on hindi naman siguro basta we capitalized on the pandemic to parang bigyan ng force yung administrators or yung schools na we need this. We really need this
Okay.
para ma-reach out yung mga students natin na walang access. So, ayun, doon na napunta yung yung budget natin for print. But definitely, ang maganda kasi dito is the schools were really responsive.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah. Nakita din nila yung urgency ng need na hindi na to katulad before while we want all our students to be in school, to use the print resources, nag-iba na yung landscape. We have to adapt and kailangan nating ibigay yung kung ano hinihingi ng mga users natin ngayon. So, also in relation to that, kasi I'm part of a team that worked in the academic library standards with Legal Education Board.
Yes.
We made sure that doon sa provisions nung lab mo na there are provisions for high flex na modality.
Explain mo muna kung
Ano
anong
yung
high
high
flex.
Yan, so hybrid and flexible type of learning.
Okay.
So meaning
Flex na.
libraries should be responsive regardless kung ano yung mode of learning. So kung biglang mawala ng access on-site resources, dapat you have resources that may be offered off-site sa mga students
So ano
natin.
siya,
So,
capacity building din siya.
yes,
no?
oo. So ready dapat yung mga librarians natin and yung libraries natin regardless kung anong learning modality.
Okay, wait lang. Any case AI started in what year?
The first prototype was actually August of 2023.
2023. So, kasi narinig natin na it was the pandemic that started the evolution. Eh. Was it also the same? Para siyang may parallel eh. The same with any case AI?
No,
Na-
it actually came with my stress. No, no. Digitization was actually part of the surge nung pandemic. No, it's one of the things that became very popular because of the pandemic. But the tool that we created was really more out of capitalizing from that wave of AI rather than the pandemic. Because AI, if you were following it, it was sometime in 2017, 2016, if you're an early adopter talaga, that it was starting to create buzz. But then it was sometime in the 2023, 2022 where it was starting to be more popular. And then now 2024, it's everything and anything that you buy has AI. Your cell phone has AI and everything else, right? So it was more the wave of the resurgence or the rise of AI rather than the pandemic for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, JP, may tatanong ka?
Yung sa akin is now that yung digital natin, 'di ba? So yung mga librarians natin, you should also know these things.
Yes.
No? So nagkakaroon kayo ng efforts to really ask or yung ano ba, organization, yung PGL, ano ba?
PGLL.
Gusto mo binasa mo pa yung jacket?
Jacket pa kasi.
It's here.
Nagkakaroon kayo ng training sessions on
Of course,
these.
actually yung PGLL is isa sa mga primary thrusts niya is yun nga, nabanggitin yung capacity building, training, competency advancement ng mga law librarians because not everyone kasi, aminin na natin, most of the advancements is nasa NCR, ganyan.
Yep.
So, yun yung may mga malalaking budget. So, what we do is we bring in these competencies and we reach out doon sa ibang mga law librarians sa Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. And we collectively, we train ourselves with these advancements. So, regardless kung malaki yung budget mo or hindi, we give you these trainings para magkaroon ka ng idea so you can implement it paunti-unti or you can better convince your administration to upgrade the services, the infrastructure. You know, so capacity building talaga siya.
Attorney Gio, for you guys naman, how do you, kasi it is accessible, your platform is accessible, pero I would say that it's accessible mostly for Metro Manila kasi tayo yung una consume ng ganyan types of platforms and information. How do you use that? How do you naman reach out to those outside Metro Manila? Yung platform nyo. Kasi I would admit that it is useful, not just for law students, for law practitioners as well. Sabi ko nga, para ka na may paralegal. So yung mga nasa provinces natin na practicing lawyers, that will be helpful for them as well. Ano yung ginagawa nyong steps to also reach out to them and assistance probably kasi syempre hindi naman siya libreng platform, 'di ba? May subscription and all. Meron ba kayong ginagawang ways to also help dito mga nasa outside Metro Manila natin?
Yes, of course. Actually, when we were starting out, one of the things I discussed with my two co-founders, Gio and Beato, was how we never wanted to create a replacement for lawyers. What we wanted to do was create something that would increase the competence of our lawyers and increase the ability of these lawyers to service their clients all around the country. And by doing that, eventually try to create something that has a nation-building aspect to it. No? Creating a nation that's stronger in terms of its laws and in terms of implementing and protecting the rights of its people. And getting access to as many lawyers as we can is part of that dream. No?
Okay.
And in order to do that, we have to do as much of this as we can. Go on podcasts, go on events, go on workshops, partner with institutions, with government offices, with schools, with IBP, and whoever else is willing to find a way to partner with us. Kasi if we're able to do that, if we're able to work with the institutions in place, the lawyers in place, the individuals who have influence over the lawyers in place, that would really be the dream where any case powers or empowers lawyers rather than replaces these lawyers or these institutions.
You know, I like what you said. Kasi I think the fear really in general is that AI will replace lawyers. Kasi yun naman yung naririnig natin sa mga, when we hear...
Diba there was a test case na in the US na AI na yung nag-argue?
Yes.
Na
The
nag-listen
drafting.
na lang.
Yeah, and AI can actually draft pleadings na and argue, diba? So I guess really that's the shift in understanding that we need.
Yes.
Na parang it's a tool. It's not gonna replace us. It's something that will help us. So if we begin with that kind of understanding na it's a tool to aid us to improve ourselves, then all the more that we'll be able to properly utilize the tool for ourselves.
And I think the misconception is that we always put it AI versus the human.
Yes.
Who will perform better, diba? But the problem there is they're two different sets of skills. AI can be fast at consuming and finding information, but it doesn't have the feelings of a person.
Yeah.
It doesn't have
The
the, gut
empathy,
feel,
no?
the empathy, the creativity, and the ability to communicate with other humans. The AI doesn't have that. But what do we know, right? If AI is assisting a human, we know that that human will probably perform better than a human who's not using the AI. Because humans plus AI can outperform humans by
tama.
themselves.
Tama.
Just how humans plus AI will probably outperform AI by itself also. So let's stop putting them against each other and find the opportunity where they actually complement each other.
Parang nga, napag-usapan na rin naman kasi natin previously na AI is a tool, 'di ba? Tapos tulad ng sinabi mo sa humans, wala sa Indian yan, nasa pana yan. Yung pana AI pare, 'di ba? So, yun. Yun yung pinupunto ni Attorney
Naging
Gio.
machine gun na yung pana.
Oo. Hindi, Indian pa rin ako. 2010, hello.
Isa, hearing all these to, kasi sabi mo nga traditional ka.
Yeah.
Pen and paper, mas nare-retain mo. But hearing all these and the opportunities that the tool can give you when you use these kinds of tools, is it something that you're receptive naman?
Yes, of course. Ano talaga, naman, I'm not against it. Kasi, again, it's very useful talaga. And at the same time, iniisip ko nga, it's also very, for working students like me, it's also very helpful. Especially kasi with how much time we only have in a day. Diba? Let's be real. We're given like 60 cases per subject for one class. Tapos kaya ba namin talaga yun basahin 60 cases in full text?
Any case, 10 seconds.
Yeah. Tapos, so compared talaga na kung fully traditional talaga tayo, we can't do the 60 cases per day talaga. Tapos babasahin pa natin yun ng full text. Ako, I'm not against, I am not advocating na mag-case digest tayo all the time. Pero in this time kasi talaga, because of the digital or yung pumapasok na advantage na meron na tayong sobrang daming resources online, nakakatawid tayo in a way. Marami nang hindi nabobokya kasi nakakatawid kahit sa case digest man lang. Whether it's from AI or kahit yung mga, kasi maraming generous na law students na nagpo-post ng mga sarili nilang case digest online. So from there, diba, it's also for me, I can't go against it then because I think aside from the learning part, I think kasi yung materials itself, yung mga libro, sobrang mahal niyan. So, in a deeper
Rex
sense...
mahal daw. Joke lang.
In a deeper sense, no, parang I think this also opened opportunities even for those people who think that they can't afford to go na mag-law school.
Yep.
Diba? So, at least dito, siguro later problem mo or ang magiging concern mo na lang tuition. Paano kung naging scholar ka? So, okay ka na kasi may online na
Manghiram
diba?
ka na lang ng libro kay Sir Al.
Yun nga sana sasabihin ko
Tapos
eh.
mag-subscribe ka sa
Yeah, okay na yun.
Tapos
Solve
scholar
ka na.
ka pa.
Solve ka na.
So yeah, it's very advantageous talaga. Yun lang.
Actually, maganda nga marinig yan. Kasi coming from you na you say that you're a traditional learner, di ba? And you don't say that I'm apprehensive in using it, di ba? It's the recognition of the tool there.
course.
And maganda rin kasi yung sinasabi nga kanina na andun pa rin dapat yung fundamentals mo. And right now, I'm hearing na nandyan yung fundamentals mo. And evolving and adapting na option siya para sa'yo,
Yes.
di ba? So, yung availability ng tool, nandyan yan. Nasa sa atin na or nasa estudyante na kung paano niya gagamitin.
Gusto ko nga how it was described by Attorney Gio na parang search engine din lang din siya. Pero more powerful. Kasi naalala ko dati, pag nagkamali ka ng GR number sa Google,
Ibang kaso na
Oo,
yun.
ibang kaso na. Ibang kaso
lalo
na.
na kung ang kaso Republic versus CA. Diba? Sobrang generic. Mas, itignan mo pa isa-isa, ano bang Republic
Tama.
versus CA? Diba? Pero kung meron ka ng powerful tool as na yung search engine na mas powerful, machine gun na nga siya, madidirect ka na, mas mabilis, mas efficient yung paghahanap.
Alam mo, Besh, ang takeaway ko from this conversation, actually, tama I don't forgot kasi yung sabi na ang daming choices pagdating sa review, kahit analog yung review mo eh. Anong book, anong notebook, anong papel, anong highlighter, color, ganyan. I think kung may nagbago man, dumami lang yung options.
Yes.
Kasi at the end of the day, just like Isa here, she chooses to go analog when
Kasi,
she studies.
it works for her,
Kasi it
diba?
works for her. So I guess, alam mo, itatie back ko lang siya dun sa episode natin, the previous episode, about one of the things that you should learn about being in law school is learning your own study style. Diba? Learn what works best for you. Kasi hindi porket nandyan, hinain, ay required kang kainin. Diba? sorry na analogy. Sorry. Oh, ano ba? Okay, di porket it's there, you are required to use it. You always use it sparingly or with discretion in
Yun,
determining what
discretion.
works well for you. Actually, na-appreciate ko nga si Isa kasi parang na-appreciate niya yung pagiging tactile
Yung
of the
mechanical, no?
studying
Oo.
process of, like, touching the paper and highlighting with different colors. Kasi to be honest, that's also one of the things that I enjoyed while I was studying. Kasi it's para siyang proseso.
You can design it too.
Right,
Yeah.
diba? So, and I would be so proud that my notes would look so nice and neat, ganyan. Mukha kasi ako matalino pag ganon. Pero yun yung na-realize ko na parang, it's, at the end of the day, these are tools. Optional sa'yo kung gagamitin mo. But but these things are helpful except that you have to manage yourself also.
So, Alvin, nabawasan ba ang mga pumupunta sa library dahil mas marami na silang access to
Or humihiram
online?
ng libro, di ba? Mas nabawasan ba?
Well, to tell you the truth, may impact siya. May impact siya.
Parang nasad ka ng konti
May
doon.
impact siya actually.
Oo.
But
Parang
from
iyak
what
ka.
I am hearing is sabi ni Isa and ni Attorney Gio, they were traditional sa pag-consume ng materials. I am seeing a trend. Kasi nung pandemic, balik ulit tayo
Okay
sa
lang, okay
pandemic,
lang.
diba? So, yung isa yung sa mga fears ko, babalik pa ba yung students ko? Kasi nasanay na
Sorry,
sila sa
I have to say,
laptop.
I will confirm that. Totoo yan.
Diba?
Tapos si Alvin is always like, bumalik na yung students sa library.
Yes.
Oo.
Isa yun sa mga fears ko because yun naging for 1, 2, 3 years naging reliant sila sa online resources. But ngayon I am seeing na there's a trend that they are going back. And they still use yung traditional means of learning, like they still consult yung printed materials, pero ang maganda tulad nung nabanggit na ninyo kanina is
Hindi na sila nag-overdo ng
yung
books.
tool yung tool nila na online resources, yung AI powered na databases is katabi na.
Oo, side by side na.
Materials. So, hindi talaga siya napalitan. It's there to supplement
Yes.
and reinforce their learning.
Nabawasan ba yung mga nagsusulat dun sa mga librong nirerent? Talo kasi nakikita ko may
Hindi, tsaka
nagsusulat.
yun yung beef ni Alvin last episode. Yung may mga vandalism sa libro.
Oh, well, I guess natuto na sila nung mga highlighter dun sa mga e-books nila or sa tawag dun sa PDF files nila, doon na sila nagko-comment. So, medyo nakahinga ng maluwag ang librarian ninyo kasi gumonti na.
Di ba may kakilala ka nun yung nag-highlight?
Madami. Tapos may mga nagda-notes doon. Tapos biglang magko-comment yung bagong nang hiram na student. Ano ba itong mga notes na ito? Mali naman. So, guys, especially yung mga magbabalak na mag-law students, kung magna-notes kayo doon, maglalagay kayo doon ng scribbles. Siguro din yung tama para hindi kayo mabash.
Nasusunod na hirap.
Or ilagay mo,
Susunod na hirap.
marginal note mo, question pa.
Ayun.
Nakikita pa naman yung pangalan ng mga humihiram.
Sa likod nun
Pero,
natin.
yeah. Buti na lang may data privacy na ngayon. Ayan, kaya ligtas kayo.
Hindi, pero sabi mo rin naman kasi na bumalik sila. And now, being side by side, ano sa tingin mo yung future ng law libraries?
Well, ayun. I think technology is here to stay and to improve and supplement yung aming mga services and yung aming mga resources that we are offering. And definitely yung mga law librarians will have to upgrade, evolve. And yun nga, we are doing all these trainings, especially AI.
Yep.
We are training our librarians like ano yung mga language. Siyempre start small muna, di ba? We have been doing this since 2002, 2003 nung nag-boom yung AI. So may mga capacity building kami like ano yung mga large language models, how AI is implemented or used in the workplace, so mga ganyan. So until na palaki ng palaki or pagaling ng pagaling yung AI, nandun sasabayan namin.
Wow.
Yan.
Tony Gio, you mentioned earlier, di ba, na you partner with different institutions such as schools. So, Sir Alvin.
I was about to say if you didn't say it, I was about to say no. If there's anything you need, if there's an opportunity to collaborate, we have discussed with other law schools, law libraries, even government institutions that have their own libraries. We have discussed with them also, and we continue to look for ways to collaborate and see how we can help and how you can teach us also, because we're also very much keen to learn about how law libraries operate and how law libraries do it the right way, traditional way, and how we can marry the two ideas and really create something that will help our law students, our lawyers, and again, back to that nation building aspect to up the competence of our legal practice here in the Philippines. So I'm very excited to
Actually,
see how we can collaborate.
Nakakaingit nga eh. Kasi nung time natin, very limited yung resource. Hindi man limited, it's there, but it's more challenging to find.
Yes.
Kasi 'di ba, masyado tayong kailangan mong hanapin talaga skra. Punta ka sa Blessings. Papamarika mo kung ano yung ipapaano mo, tapos babalikan mo na lang. And ngayon, like I said, ang dami ng ways to consume knowledge. Ang dami ng ways to get these resources. You can go to YouTube and then type mo lang case digest ng Chiming Choy. Meron yan.
Bakit yun yung napili mo? Nakaso.
Ayun yung una.
Alam ng lahat. Kasi it's so
Diba? O kaya,
So popular.
On TikTok, meron din.
Marami,
diba?
marami.
Nagdagdagan ng case digest. So, sobrang laking opportunity for law students now, no, with all these kinds of tools. But, caution lang din talaga.
Yes.
Na you have to know when and how to use these tools and not to rely on it. Diba? As professors naman ourselves, no, hindi naman sa gine-gatekeep namin yung traditional way of learning na hindi ganito kayo matuto kasi ganito kami. Hindi ganon, no? It's really, you have to go back to the basics. You have to always start with your codals, your books, and then use these tools to supplement.
It's building a stable foundation talaga eh.
Fundamentals talaga.
Yes. So,
If I may add quickly lang, no, because it's a very important thing what you said earlier about having caution when using tools. And I think apart from knowing that you're using a tool, I think it's also very important to know what tool you're using and what the company is beside that tool, right? I'm not trying to caution against other companies, but there are a lot of information out there like like you said, on TikTok, on YouTube, and it's very hard to discern now
Name drop natin yung
which
mga...
ones are legitimate.
Hindi, sige, i-caution natin.
Sino
Correct,
sino
correct.
hindi legit?
I-caution natin sila!
So if you're gonna use a tool, if you're gonna use anything as a resource, know who's behind it also.
Yeah.
Know what
Yeah.
the work is behind it, the technology behind it, the information behind it, where's the data coming from, how is the data being processed even, or if there are any parameters to safeguard the sanctity or the trustworthiness of the information
Oo.
you're you're consuming.
Tama yun, babalik tayo sa sa pana. Pag hindi ka marunong gumamit ng pana, baka mamaya, di ba?
Or
Masaktan mo yung sarili mo.
expired yung araw.
This pana analogy.
Matibay ba yung pana mo?
Oo. Sorry na, kakulay ko yung mga Indian. Sorry na, sorry.
With the rise kasi of information, uso na rin yan ng fake news.
Yes,
Diba?
that's true.
actually.
That's
I
Yun
think
ang nakakatakot.
ang hindi dapat matanggal dito is always be critical of the information
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
consume.
Yes.
'Di ba? Kasi not because it's out there, meaning, sabi ko
It's
nga,
right.
hindi porket
Oo.
nandyan, you should always
It's factual,
get it. 'Di ba?
diba?
Always still be critical and determine if that really is what you need for yourself.
Okay. Since nandito na tayo sa sa mga bagay-bagay na ito, babalik na naman ulit tayo sa pag-aaral din naman after and studying tool. Ikaw, Isa, sa panahon ngayon, what do you think best describes studying smart naman?
Studying smart is to really just know what works for you.
Okay.
Mas mabilis talaga siya, promise. Because for me, as soon as I learned that it doesn't work, hindi ko na siya binalikan.
Mm.
Kasi, minsan may times na I don't have the book ngayon, and then I also don't have the printed material. As toxic as it sounds, minsan hindi talaga ako nakakapag-aral buong araw because hindi ko magawa talaga magamit na mag-iPad and then because ganun din, parang napagod lang ako pero walang pumasok sa utak ko. So,
Okay.
I do my best talaga na dapat ready lahat ng kailangan ko because alam ko na kagad how it goes if I don't have it. So, you just really have to know what works for you. Yun lang talaga siya for me.
That's great. Sir Alvin, ano naman ang tips mo sa mga law students natin ngayon at mga nagbabalak mag-law school bilang
Sapin mo uli yung mga beshes.
Ayan,
na.
Yeah, oo nga. Mga beshies. So kung isang tip lang, as in isa lang, wala nang iba, kaibiganin niyo yung librarians.
Yeah.
That's actually that's the best tip that I can give you because especially kung freshman kayo, you don't know kung paano kayo how you will go about your day before your class. Talk to your law librarian kasi sila yung nandyan since day one. They know this little yung mga nuances, yung mga tips that they can give you about your professors or your subjects and the materials. They know the materials, they know the people. Actually, sila yung one single great resource. Kami, yung one single great resource that you can rely on.
Grabe yung
During your
buhat
law
bangko
school.
ni Alvin, no?
Tatabi
Sige.
nga ako.
Wala na lang sabi ako.
Greater resource na naman.
Ako ang sagot.
Total, nandito na din naman tayo
Ako ang kausapin mo.
Gusto nyo mag-survive sa law school, kaibiganin nyo ang greater resource.
Well, hindi nyo naman nadidinay. Nakinabang naman kayong tatlo.
Oo naman. Okay.
So yun,
That's
yan.
great. That's great. And Attorney Gio, can we give out a plug para sa Any Case AI, please?
Yeah, of course. You can find us at anycase.ai in any web browser or our application at app.anycase.ai. We look forward to working with as many lawyers, law students, or partners in law libraries as well, diba? And to your listeners, if there's anything I would want to say or advice as to law students.
Kausapin mo yung
it's-
Atty. Gio yung mga beshes.
Yan.
Paki-focus, baka dumami yung mga subscribers.
No, really,
Oo. 1,000 pogi points to, pare.
just as much as you can see the three hosts here enjoying themselves very much, I think you should also enjoy law school.
Oh, no.
Enjoy yourselves. Find where the need of the world meets your interests, so that it's not so difficult for you to go through what you have to go through when you're in law school. I think enjoying yourself is overlooked. Sometimes we make it a badge of honor if pagod tayo, if stressed tayo.
You
Parang
glorify that, no?
we applaud somebody for looking like they weren't able to sleep. That shouldn't be the case. There's work to be done. There's things to be read, and there's notes to be written. But it doesn't mean you don't enjoy it, diba? You can enjoy it. Have fun with it. Enjoy it for 4 years. 4 years lang yan. And then later on, you'll realize and look back na, wow, I'm exactly where I wanted to be 5 years ago. And that's really the gift. And if you're able to do that, go through the hardships with a smile on your face and enjoy, you're gonna be one heck of a lawyer one day.
Ganda naman.
And with that,
Kaya tayo nasabi, go!
Guys, paki-follow kami. Narinig nyo na yun. Bigla ko na lang siningin. Paki-follow kami sa aming mga social, sa IG, sa FB, sa TikTok, sa Spotify. And remember our email address. Tapos, syempre, yung Rex Education, huwag niyong kakalimutan. Rex.com.ph, Shopee, Lazada, FB, IG, Rex Education sa YouTube, and the e-store. Paki-visit them. Yan.
and of course, no, don't forget, this is all produced by Rex Education. So thank you to our lifelong learning partner. Rex Education, of course, alam naman, kilala sila sa mga libro, but it doesn't mean that hindi sila mag-innovate to bring you, to bring you guests such as Anycase AI. Ibig sabihin, pati ang Rex Education, nag-a-adjust din.
Yes.
Nag-e-evolve, nag-a-adapt.
They are also looking for ways to reach out to more audiences, to reach out to more people, kung paano sila magiging mas receptive to the digitalization of anything and yung pag-progress ng ating technology. So thank you rin sa ating lifelong learning partner. And with that, we are the Bar Beshies.
Ako si Noel.
This is Lay!
At ako si JP.
We have Isa, Attorney Gio, and Mr. Alvin, the librarian, the strongest evers. And see you next time. Bye, Beshies. Bye, bye, bye.